Hey family, how you guys doing this evening? Look, I went just came on a little early. Long day. But I just wanted to just say let's talk about, really women issues, but PCOS. And I'm just going to sit here and wait for some people to come on because I got two emails about this and I know of quite a few people who had this, and since I was really the colon queen, I didn't really speak too much about it. But I did speak of women issues. But I wanted to circle around and just talk about this in general. But I do want to answer a lot of other women's questions, far as just women. But what I want to speak on is if you think about what PCOS is, so it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. So you know um how can we put this? um I'm just gonna make it like a real simple for us. Because look, I know dealing with issues with your womanhood, we have pains, and it be pains that we don't want to mess around. We have pains that we're trying to handle our business, but it stops us. We have pains that nobody can relate to, especially when you go to a provider and it's a man and he looking at you like, like what's wrong. But poly polycystic ovarian syndrome. So we already know poly means many, many cis. So if we look at cis on our ovaries, but goddesses, it's if we think about our body, we go through our cycle, right? But prior to our cycle, we have this we have ovulation. So all those cis are what like we would call the egg. It's just the egg coming out, but they got terms, they got medical terms for it. I just said let me come on here and speak about this because it's um healing. I put this? Healing is not that simple with this. We're going to talk about it, but it's not really that simple because you would need an extensive, I'm going to be totally honest, an extensive treatment with this. And it ain't no overnight thing. It is not an overnight thing. But look, y'all know I'm a herbalist, so I have to put that FDA disclaimer. Anything shared is just informational purposes only. Anything I speak of, for as if it's a product or if it's a herb, I'm not here to treat, diagnose, prevent, or cure anything. Any what they call a disease is y'all always got to get with your healthcare provider. But bottom line, family, when we have these issues, right? When we it's not even an issue. It's not even an issue. Our body just go through things, right? So if your body hormones are off, which our hormones are off, bottom line, my queens, our hormones are off because we're eating wrong. You just simply, and I know this is like, dang, really? This is that simple? A simple drinking out of a bottle, drinking water out of a bottle. And you're like, what? Yes, that that's an issue, drinking bottled water out of a bottle because of what's in it. Eating certain foods. You already know the cheeses, the dairy, the meats, those are issues for us. Those throw off your hormones. Soda drinking, you know, I would say fried foods, and let me just speak on it because look, our body, our body produces, our body already has estrogen, and our body already has, testosterone. Just hear me out. Our body already produces, as women, it does, because that I'm not going to get on medical terms, but that's just what our body has. Now, our body's off. So when your body's off, your hormones are off. Your hormones are not going to be out of whack because, for one, you're mineral deficient. We're eating these breads, we're eating these fake foods, synthetic foods, and that's causing our hormones to be off. So what causes our hormones to be off when our body minerals are off, when it's time for us to produce an egg. Now we already know when our body's producing an egg, and you do the do, y'all know we do the do. If the sperm doesn't get in contact with the egg and we don't have a baby, the egg has to come out, and the semen come out. So as the egg is coming out, if your hormones is off, guess what is going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a cyst. Cyst is the same thing like if you get fibroids. That is a cyst, or that is a mass. I mean, our bodies is wonderful. Our bodies is wonderful. So your body is going to do something. Like my last live, I was saying, when you ingest food, whether it's good or bad for you, your body's going to process it. Your body's going to take it in. So as our body's taking in, your body's going to do something with that energy of whatever you decide to give to body. So if we eating all the soda, the breads, drinking water out of these bottles, doing all these things, not really taking our vitamins and minerals, not getting out in the sun. But when we do things and it throws our bodies off, which it's another part, but I'll get to that. But as we doing this, we're throwing our bodies off. So what you think your body's going to produce? Do you think your body's going to really produce, and what we're stressing and everything? The body is going to do what the body's going to do. Since the body didn't come out and go through the fallopian tubes and go out, or go down into our bodies, into our uterus, the egg just stayed, on your ovaries. So it just created a mask. So as your body creating these masks, because it didn't do what it was supposed to do, the body, the how can I put it? The body created cysts. So you getting cysts, and everybody's like, oh, what is that? You like, oh, it's something foreign. No, it's nothing foreign. The sperm didn't contact with the egg. I mean, they got another name for it. So you didn't have a baby. So the egg didn't come out. So the egg just stayed there. And we thinking that, something's dangerous or something's coming out of our body. No, it's not. That's what your body, well, not well, that your body's supposed to do. So it didn't come out the natural way. So that's why you have cysts. So it's nothing to be alarmed like something is wrong, meaning, something's dangerous where you got to have surgery. And that's what I mean by that. So, there is something wrong. You just got to get your hormones back. We have to, we no one think about the hypothalamus. Nobody think about their thyroid. Nobody think about, we don't think about our glands. We don't think about the pituitary gland. We don't think about any of those glands. Those glands are super important because those glands regulate. They regulate our body, and we be like, what's that gland and where is it? And this is the stuff that we should have learned in school. They hint a little bit about, that during sex education class, but all they teach you is, you be careful, have sex, use some, birth control. But we ain't thinking about that. Oh, we should be really concentrating on, the healings of the body and where the organs are and what the organs do. And I mean what they really do. Because when we look at PCOS and exactly what it is, it's just poly. That means just cysts on your ovaries, and they put it syndrome. They got to give it a name. They got to give it a name now. I know, look, I know it's painful because I can tell you, with me having endometriosis plus, fibroids, so I already know the issues down there. And if we think, goddesses, when we have these cysts come out, you know, it does make your cycle, whether be it, where it's spotty to where it's, depends on how many you have, where your cycle's heavy, that just having that, um yeah, y'all see my mind is racing, but my tongue is tied because I'm trying not to say certain words. But if we just look at our body, if when your body, when you go through your cycle to where you're ovulating, and then when it comes to your, your menstrual cycle, we already know that if we produce an egg, and if we're not having sex, and the egg just come on out like it is supposed to. But when you have issues, and I'm talking about food, but on the other side of when I was speaking about, when your parents had you, whether the dad's sperm was damaged, not really damaged, but acidic, same thing with the mom. We have to think about that part too, that affects us as well. Now, if we want to get real technical and learn more about it, hit me up at support at Very Wise Alternatives, and I'll send you a link that just explains everything with the medical terms and everything else like that. But I just wanted to speak to my goddesses and let them know it's painful, but it's on the individual what we decide to do and what we need to do. Because I know people like, I can't give up the meat and I can't be going raw. That's the only way you're going to get this rectified. I promise you, that's the only way you're going to get this rectified. And there's a lot of herbicists have kits, and I mean kits that's already set up to help this issue. Like if you go to me go on my website, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do, but you really need and I mean an extensive kit to take care of this issue. And what I mean by that is, um it's it's I can say it's pretty, I won't use the word severe, but I would tell you, you would need about 11 weeks, about 12 weeks and sometimes you may have to do it twice, but I'm talking about 12 weeks. And this is a lifetime change, because people are like, I can't manage 12 weeks. Yes, you can. If you're going through that pain, yes, you can. And I ain't checking nobody's pockets, but I be saying, if you go buy a Coach bag, and if you can go buy them expensive Nikes, you guys can spend the money if you really want the healing. Studies already shows, doctors already know that there's a cure. But we're talking about your body already know how to heal itself. It's because we already damaged it, or we was born damaged. I'm gonna just put it like that. You was born damaged, meaning your body, you didn't come out through the birth canal, you didn't get breastfed, and something happened during your conception. You you know do and I mean, body was already acidic. You already had issues. So with us still eating wrong, let's be honest, even nuts and seeds that you shouldn't have. But what is eating wrong and continues eating wrong, and we still eating wrong to this day, it's gonna take that. And you can hit me up, like I said, it's support at verywisealternatives.com, and I will send you the information where you need to have. And yes, it's gonna be some money. You're gonna spend maybe about 2 grand. I'm not gonna lie. If you really, really want to be better, get better, it's gonna take that. I'm like, well, dang, what you talking about, sis? It's no joke. It's no joke. This is something that is nothing to play with. And a lot of us, if simply, and it's not even going vegan. We, like I said, it's not even a label. Let's not put a label on things. It's already bad that we have a label. I hope I'm live. Look, I didn't even check this thing. But it's the situation of, how can I put this, family? It's a situation of, You just taking these labels and, like I said, figure out what's actually going on. So we're talking about PCOS. So we're talking about our ovaries are not just releasing the egg. And instead of when it produce, it just comes out and stays there. It just comes out on a mass. So if you look at your ovary just got a whole bunch of, mask around it, lumps. Same thing like when you look at your uterus and you look at the lining and your how they call it, the intramucosis lining, where you get intramucosis, where you get them lumps, and you be like, okay, so that's what it is. And if you look at the uterus, you see like lumps all over it with the fibroids and all these other things. That is only your body producing what it needs to produce, chemicals, because your body's off, so chemicals going to come down and try to rectify. Your body's having its cycle. It depends on how, in the word I can say jacked up. That's the only word to be nice, because I can tell you with my body, I was I was pretty tore up down there, for as with the mask and me having a cycle for a straight almost 5 months. I had a cycle straight for 5 months, so end up having a hysterectomy. But I don't want y'all to get cut, because there is help. There is help. There is healing. You don't have to get cut. So that's the main reason why I wanted to do this video. Main reason why I want to talk about PCOS. The main reason why I want to speak to our goddesses. Y'all can put some messages in the chat, and I'm gonna do my best to answer. But it was just a point of letting you know you don't have to get cut. You do not. Let me just reiterate this. You do not have to get cut. You don't. Just take the money, spend the money, and just change your lifestyle. It's changing your lifestyle just to get your hormones. We talking about getting your thyroid, getting your hypothalamus, we talking about getting your glands. We talking about getting your glands. I'm gonna say it over again. And it's simple of going through getting these strong herbs. We talking about some strong herbs to go in and clean you out. And I mean clean you out, because yes, you got parasites. Yes, your body is just acidic, and we just need to change it. So, like I said, 11, 12 weeks, that's how long it's going to take. So, what you do is you just plan out your schedule. Yes, you get a good juicer, get a good blender, because that is what you're going to need. Yes, meditation and all that good stuff, that's what you're going to need. And that's the only reason why I did this video, because a lot of us think that it's quicker to go have surgery. Why? Why is it quicker to have surgery when you're going to still have the issue? I mean, think about it. Your hypothalamus, your your glands, your pituitary gland, they're still going to be the same. So why have the issue? So what you think is going to happen when you go to menopause? Because when they take your uterus out, come on now, family. When they take your uterus out, when they go in there and take stuff out, hear me out. They take stuff out. Y'all think they can reuse them things and clean them up and whatever? Okay, so when they take them out, you be like, dang, I can't have any kids. Well, go through this regimen that's taking 12 weeks instead of, because some people have been dealing with this for years. Some people had this 10, 12, 15 years. And I'm here to tell you there's help in the holistic realm. Y'all can go with these synthetic, and that is another one that I wanted to speak on. Do y'all know when we take the synthetic stuff, and I know I spoke about it before, but I'm going to say it again. When we take all the synthetic stuff, our body be like, okay, so if you giving me this, I'ma just not work. We, like we said, we're making the body lazy. I don't want you to make the body lazy. Let the body do what it needs to do and heal on its own. But in this case, you're going to need some help. You're going to need the herbs. You're going to need some strong herbs to go in there and get your body and strip all that stuff out. Get your body regulated, because we're talking about getting some plaque and getting some, just going there and really filter. and go in there and clean out your glands, going out and clean out your body. Because when you was when some of us, whoever fits that category, because look, we all individual, we all have different issues. I don't know how your mother, your father, I don't know your situation, but somewhere along, if you have PCOS, you know when you was born, issues happen. Your body was more acidic. You was born with issues. That's why we having babies now born with tumors and cancers and all these other things. Is because of the food we're eating. It's because of all this other stuff that we got going on that's hurting us, that just doesn't make sense. And hold on, family. So, and that's what we got to that's what we got to deal with. So I just want to make sure that I'm sorry. Oh, my daughter was calling me and I had to hang the phone up. But I thought I canceled it. And I look, but yeah, I know. I'm sitting here thinking I put the thing on do not disturb. I guess I don't know how to do it. But it's just that, back to PCOS and how you was born, our bodies just is off. Our body's off, and we just gotta rebuild it back. And there is, like this says, light at the end of the tunnel. You already know, with our creator, you know, every issue, like they say, how they say about disease, every disease, has nature can take care of it. That is true. So I'm telling you, there's herbs that can help you. They already got proof. So the people that I'm going to send you the information to, they got so many success stories. And hopefully, in about a couple of weeks, I have some success stories for you as well. Because I'm trying to get some people to come over here and just tell y'all their story. Because it's a lot of stories that I'll be like, come on, don't be shy. But a lot of people just don't want to, don't want to come in the camera and tell your business. I'll tell mine every day, because I already know these herbs work. They save my damn life. So, and I'd rather just tell you, because the ain't nothing about having the experience, went through some stuff to be this to sit here and save others and say, look, y'all don't have to go to these expensive surgeries, because they want to y'all got some good insurance. They want to go in there, swipe them cars and have them surgeries. You'd be like, why? Let's save ourselves, save the money, and go in there and just, get some herbs. So, do anybody have any questions? Because that's the main reason I came on here. Hey, Brenda. Hey, y'all doing? Hey, Miss Murdoch. I'm looking at the names. I don't know why this is so tiny. How you guys doing? Look, if y'all got questions and here we talking women talk tonight. Y'all got questions. Somebody got PCOS. Just let them know that their body is just, the eggs are just not coming out right. Be honest with you. They're not coming out. They just, causing cysts. And yes, the cyst hurts. Yes, it hurts when it pops. But you already know it's nothing different from a fibroid. It's just your body is just doing what it needs to do. But since we have this free will and grown, we just want to eat whatever we want to eat. We want to eat the cheese and dairies. We want to do all that stuff, and we don't need to do that. We don't. We just need to hold on. Let me tell my daughters I'm live, and I'll be right with you. But it's a lot of stuff. I'm live. It's just a lot of stuff that we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? We all learning. We all here learning. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was looking at PCOS, and I was like, is it, and I can't say it's that simple, but okay, so the body is trying to do what it normally do. Our bodies, every cycle, we produce an egg. They got another name. When y'all send y'all the video, y'all go in and look, but your body's just producing what it needs to produce. But since it didn't come out, your body held on to it because your hormones and things is off. And, it's really nothing you can do at this point but to get help. And I know when we go to different people, it's best to get, you know, it's best to get second opinions. And then, it's good to speak to herbalists and say, hey, what you think? And then they break it down, and we sit here and tell you about your body and what your body's doing, and how to take care of things. I know you'd be like, it can't be that simple. And you'd be like, yes, it is. It's that simple, because we, what I'm saying, we, after learning and studying and reading, and just to sit here and think about all the stuff that happens to our bodies, and all the things that we put into our bodies, all the things that we decide to eat. And you'd be like, man, so think, family, think about, you getting up in the morning, and first thing we want to do is want to do our hair, right? No, first we want to do is brush your teeth and go to the bathroom. Okay, so think about the water you to put on your face. Think about, you brushing your teeth, what you put in your mouth. Think about when you're sitting there putting deodorant on and lotion. We don't even think about all those chemicals and all those preservatives. Now, just so you know, if you have PCOS, do you know that the preservatives bother you? Same thing when I was going through my issue with my bladder, preservatives. I couldn't have anything with preservative. Same thing with you, goddesses. You cannot have things with preservatives, because those preservatives makes things worse, because we don't know what's in it. And well, we do. We do know what's in it, because you already know that synthetic stuff, the fake stuff, the chemicals and toxins and poisons that you're putting in your body. And then you wonder why. I mean, we think about our bodies trying to absorb it. Just think about your body trying to absorb it. And then you have to look at the case to where when we put makeup on, do you know what's in that makeup? We put the eyeliner, we put all that stuff. We actually put so much coat on our face. Think about all the chemicals on there. Think about when we spray all those body sprays and the lotions and oils. Just think about all those preservatives. Think about all that toxics. And I know you're like, Viola, I gotta look cute. I gotta do my hair. I gotta do all that. But do natural stuff. Do natural stuff. And this is the stuff we don't think about. Just like we don't think about the fabric. Like right now, I shouldn't be wearing that. I should be wearing all cotton. This polyester does stuff to our bodies. A lot of stuff we don't really think about because we didn't learn this. No one taught us this. But then when we learn, we be like, wait a minute. Should I gotta throw all my clothes out? No, slowly when you buy some new stuff, get all cotton or get some hemp. And that's the stuff that we have to, we have to think about and we don't think about. I apologize. So, but what I'm saying, family, what I'm saying is we don't think about, like, all we know is like, I had bought this because look, I'm not saying anything wrong with this product. I'm just trying to say. Now, everybody know this is a well-known product, and they be like, "Oh, this is some good stuff." Let me see if y'all say y'all know it's a well-known product, right? But we don't look at the preservatives. We don't look at what's really in there, because you're putting this on your skin. So if I take this and put this on my skin, what am I putting on my skin? Just think, I said we're putting stuff in our hair, what's absorbing in our skin. Think about it. What conditioner, shampoo, we talking about the makeup, we talking about the eyeliner, we talking about all the y'all know I'm talking about. They be putting like 3 coats. I don't wear makeup, so I don't know. But we're suffocating our skin. Then we putting the toothpaste, the lotion. We're putting the powder. We're putting deodorant. We got detergent for our clothes. We're spraying perfume. We spraying our air. We spraying all this. So all this affects everybody got PCOS, but affects other people as well. Affects us, period. And like I said, I don't like putting labels on it, but if you think about exactly what that is, you're like, okay, that's what it is. That's just PCOS. You getting poly, that means you getting more. You're getting more than 1 or 2. You get 1 or 2 or 3, but they just sitting there and they sitting there. We going through our cycle. Some people can feel them. Some people can't. Some people like, oh, that's what's going on. You know, It depends on your body, but your body talks to you. All I'm telling you, your body talks to y'all so much. And then this is, are you listening? And I know you're like, dang, I ain't know was gonna go through this. Yes, this is PCOS is pretty you know, it's pretty serious. It's pretty serious. But if you think about what it is, it's just that the correction of it, you going through that healing phase. And that's you just going on a raw diet. Going on a raw diet is a start. I know, like, Viola just want us all to eat like you. No, I eat cooked foods every so often. I'll eat some stir fry, but it'll just not have the meat. It'll not have the meat. And I like, we just want you to change. No, I want you to do what you want to do. I want to see if, a lot of people just gotta make up their mind and say, okay, what's really making me sick? And preservatives and toxins and these synthetics, because come on, if we keep eating synthetic stuff, what you think our lungs is, I mean, not our lungs, what you think your body's going to do? Your body's going to go ahead. You give me all this chemicals. I'm getting this chemicals. It's trying to work. It's doing, I think, what it's supposed to. Because remember, a lot of things is tricking our bodies. A lot of things is tricking our bodies, and we're not thinking about it. And I'm gonna say this. If we think about Henrietta Lacks, if we think about that woman, I want you guys to research everything I'm saying. Go back and write things down and research for yourself. Think about you, your parents, and people that seen and heard, and go listen to other herbalists. But if y'all think about Henrietta Lacks, and I'm just gonna say this about my people, our people, because we are the highest high blood pressure, diabetes, the highest. So if you think about Henrietta Lacks and her cells, and they still alive today. And y'all can say I'm a conspiracy theorist and all this other stuff. And I'm like, so we're the high the highest. It's like, see, things happen because some want me to shut up. So I almost choked. But I'm just saying this, family. So Henrietta Lacks cells is still alive to this day. And it's a lot of things going on with us, right? Going with us. And I don't know. It's like it's like, is this on purpose? Is it on purpose? I sit back and I'm just going to continue just eating the fruits and vegetables because, yeah, I know. I know it's like a how can I say, it's like a um why, it's like, you really think we're that stupid not to realize and start to be smart and start seeing things different? That's all I'm saying. Starting to see things different, because it is about time for us to have our own hospitals, our own clinics, our own real doctors to take care of us and our study, because our hormones are different. Our brain is different. Even the microbiome, even the saliva glands, the way we process is totally different. We're not like, and the science is already proven. And I'm sitting here in class and I'm seeing the science, and I'm going through stuff, and I'm like, it's just blowing my mind. And that's why I wanted to speak to, my women. I wanted to speak to, the queens, my goddesses. It's like we have to really take ownership of what we bring in our household. We need to take ownership, because our kings listen to us, those who married and those who are in relationships. And you know you know we are the original people, right? So we're the original people, but we're not the ones that's making the laws and making these medications, and we're not the main doctors in the hospitals. And it's like, what we believe in, what we're listening to, what we really listening to. Is this for my benefit? Because you can take some Tylenol, and it don't say for my people. It don't say This is I'm just saying. We go, I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, I was very, very livid when I had my situation and they didn't know what was wrong, and all they want to do is give me some birth control pills. And I'm like, so I'm having a cycle and you want to give me birth control pills? You want to give me something to stop my cycle? Think about it, family. You're giving me something to stop my cycle, but that's not getting to the root cause. That's not taking care of, my hypothalamus, not taking care of my pituitary gland. It's not taking care of my adrenal gland. It's not taking care of my glands. Ain't nothing in there. All it was saying is going to trick my glands and shut it off. And I'm like, okay, so if you shut it off, why am I still bleeding? So I'm taking this, and I took him. I was like, I'm thinking about this now, because I lost my reproductive organ and I don't want you to lose yours. Because I was like, it could have been saved. It could have been saved. A lot of us could have been saved. Instead of taking the organ out, we could have been saved. And the only reason I'm speaking about this, because when I learned, just like when I learned about sickle cell anemia could be corrected, I was like, yo, I gotta yell this to the mountaintops. I mean, but anyway, but when I'm looking at our cycle, I'm looking at our beautiful cycle, because if you look at the brain, and if you look at, you know, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And what we do wrong is we don't hydrate. We don't breathe like we need to, and we don't hydrate. Those are two critical things. Of course, I can say sleep, but what's going on with our brain? So just think, we talk about our uterus. We talk about our ovaries, our fallopian tubes. So if we dehydrated, what do you think is losing, is not getting, you know, hydrated? Our brain is off, it's bad enough that, you know, our cells are just pretty much out of whack. We already speak bad about ourselves and we need to stop that. But not really understanding the body. That's why I want y'all to be a herbalist. Even if you just take the class, at least you get to know about what your glands do and what herbs to take to get them working, to get them back to where you don't have to get a medication or have to have surgery to make the body lazy. But just think, if you got to take something for your kidneys, they give you some steroids for your kidneys. What you thinking is doing to your liver? You know what I'm saying? What you think is doing to your blood, period, that goes from the top of your head to the bottom of your toe? You don't think that blood means the river? It's without blood, without oxygen blood, we really no more. And without us, without us being able to reproduce, we already feel like, wait a minute, we already feel some type of way. We already feel, inadequate, or whatever. And it's all of the individuals, because some women do not want to have children. Some like, I ain't even thinking about it, and that's only because this modern age. Because like back way with my mother and them was, but they all ain't know, I'm gonna get my husband, I'm gonna raise my kids and raise a family. That was like this American dream. Now the new American dream is get your career and we're gonna have kids later and all this. But what we fail to realize is all this stuff and all this makeup and perfume and all this other stuff and deodorant and all this stuff, fabric, and we're tearing up our organs and we don't even realize it. We're taking all this microwave food, all this fake food, all this synthetic medication, and we thinking it's good for us. We thinking we can just pop birth control pills and it's not doing anything to us. Like they said, a birth control pill, condoms, and just having sex with anybody, that they said those things are abortion. You get that in in the whole, you get into, herbalism and the holopathic, they look at those things in abortion. You're supposed to have semen retention and on a host of other things. It's supposed to be a spiritual act and all this, because when we're doing the whole thing is to have children, not just a pleasure, you know. But I ain't gonna get all into that, because if we look at this spiritual part that we just try to ignore, and you can't, we can't just ignore spiritual and think we can go out here and be fleshly, because it's gonna, just like, if like y'all say, oh, we're gonna just, like, let's talk about sex a little bit. So you already know, if you just keep having sex with the same person, you're going to develop feelings. Regardless, you're going to develop feelings, because as soon as you lay down with them and y'all exchange bodily fluids and y'all experience the explosion, you already, putting us, you're already putting things on you. I ain't trying to have everybody, oh, she said it. You already got soul ties. You already connected to the person, and lines get blurred there. You know what I'm saying? But think about how many people they having sex with, how many people you're having sex with. And everybody think we could just do to do. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. And then you think about when you was conceived. When you was conceived between your mother and father, you don't know how many he was dealing with, how many she was dealing with. And I'm just hoping your mother and father was married when you was, everybody's life's different. But we're just speaking of when we talk about PCOS, we still talking about PCOS, but we still got to think about the situations and what spirits and what we pass down to our children, what we do, and just how we live our lives. All that affects things in certain ways. That's why I was saying PCOS, you would need this stringent, just to get your body back right. But just like I said, when we just out here, just like they say, living your life and just think you can sit with anybody, you can't. You really can't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But everybody's their own. Y'all can live your life. We talking about PCOS, and I'm just speaking to my women, because once we let stuff in and all that other stuff, but what I was alluding to really is, what I was really saying is, we control what food we bring in our house. We control with the environment and all this. It's up to us to change. It's up to us to stand on our square and say, okay, this is what I want in my house. And sit down and talk with your mate. Sit down and talk with your children. You know what I'm saying? Because we can stop so much. We can really stop so much, and just keep, because all we doing is putting more pain, and instead of just, and I know this is wishful thinking. I'm just talking because when I learned about PCOS, and I'm like, ooh, it just made me think of a whole lot of things. It just made me think of a whole lot of things. And it's like, we're already being fooled and lied to and all this other stuff. And it's like, at one point, something's gonna have to give, something's gonna have to stop, something's gonna have to be where, well, damn, I'm tired of this. I, you know, I'm trying to clean up some words. I'm trying to clean up some words, because you can really get like angry with a lot of things. I mean, so angry to where it just makes you change. And I don't want you to change, but you can correct what's happening to you and what's going to happen to the future, to your children. Because like, if you already have children, or for those who don't have children and suffering with with issues, you can correct those issues, correct your body, start clean, get your mate clean. Then you can have, untouched children. And I mean, untouched meaning no GMO and all this other stuff and all this other fake foods and all this other chemicals that's killing us. Because, you know, they keep Henrietta Lacks cells there for a reason. And you wonder why we the only ones is getting high this, high that. And so I know. I'm not going to say too much, but y'all already know. Y'all already know, because it's like, man, let me see. What thing? Yeah, I don't know why is this thing, because I mean I just wish I had a light. Let me see. Because this thing, it says let me think about they want, what's up. Well, yes. Yes, we know what's up. We know family, we know what's up because it's too much things on TikTok. It's too much stuff on social media. Just feel like that. And like I always tell you, to research. Get some books that's 100 years old and read them. You be like, y'all knew way back then. Like when I learned about the potato, I was like, so we shouldn't eat potatoes, or is there a certain way should we eat potatoes? And y'all know French fries are good because I be like, man, and I know I'm repeating stuff, but if you really study or look, when I send you the video, I'm gonna send you the video. So whoever want the video, and you be like, that's all with PCOS, but it's the healing process that the person has to go through is the part that they not gonna like, and they're gonna be like, well, let me just have surgery. But I be trying to tell you, why have surgery to where you could end up losing your reproductive organ, or scarring it, or damaging it. Because when I gave up mine, I was crushed. I was crushed. I'm not gonna lie, I was crushed, and I'm like, man, this doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, because if you would have sat down and explained things, and then like I know, look, there are some providers that just have no clue because that's what they were taught. It's like, we brainwashed. You be brainwashed to be, and then someone not brainwashed because they think they doing right, and you come in there pain, and they be like, oh, let me help you. And you be like, oh, but I didn't want help that way. I just want to know why these cysts come out, and what are they, you just want to know what it is. So when you realize, well, you're like, oh, that's what that is. Okay, well, let me go take these herbs, and let me get my ovaries and my fallopian tubes, and let me get my yoni, that's your yoni. You need my yoni right. Why do you think this yoni steaming came up? Yeah, we got to really look at all these things that new, and it's not even a new invention. It's not even a new invention because, like, I was speaking to I'm not gonna say the person's name. I was speaking to one person, and they were speaking about losing weight, and I'm like, if people knew, if they just did a fecal transplant, instead of going get, and I'm gonna say this, instead of going get the surgery where you cut out your stomach, I bet more people go get the fecal transplant instead of going there cutting your stomach, and then you are affected for the rest of your life because you can't digest, and they don't teach you how to digest food. Because it's not just you going to get your stomach cut out, it's you dealing the mental part first, because some people are damaged. And like I said, if you got PCOS, you're kind of like damaged, you know what I'm saying? But you're not damaged to where, it's like for the rest of your life, which, a lot of people try to tell us, because I just don't like what I'm hearing. Oh, you got to take this medication for the rest of life, or you got to deal with this. Like they told me that my bladder will be like that for the rest of my life. And I was like, I'm like, I was like, I just can't accept this. Really. I was like, for the rest of my life. And then you feeling some type of way. I'm like, thank goodness for my daughter Equasia, we talked about, I'm gonna tell you, we talked about what she told me, and I told her I heard this way, but y'all hear the story soon. Hopefully I get her to tell the story and come and tell me. And I'm gonna try to get her to come on here. Hopefully I get her to come on here, and so she'll tell you what she told me about getting my behind off that damn couch. I'm gonna just tell you and introduce me into this whole world. But it's like, I don't even know. I don't, family. It's just like so much. It's like just so much that you tell me that I gotta feel this way for the rest of my life, and then you know you you we're dealing with so much pain, and all you want to do is feel like just ending your life, and you be like, wait a minute, that's dramatic, that's so dramatic. But that's just the where you at right then and there. But I don't want you to be there because, like I said, don't suffer in silence. Tell somebody. You keep telling enough people, or you never got to tell nobody. Keep researching, because I'm trying to tell you, you have angels. Like my daughter, she don't even understand what she did to her mama. I still be emotional about that now. I ain't gonna cry now, it's inside. But I told the story so many times, like you tell when you know, like this PTSD. If you tell your story enough times, you feel it inside. Like my hair on my, you know, about arms, I get the little goosebumps because I'm happy, I'm like happy, but I'm glad that she woke me up. And pretty much, she took her foot and put on my neck and said, "Get your butt up." Or she kicked, I'm gonna say she kicked me off the couch and said, "Do something." But seriously, she don't realize she saved my life, really. A lot of people, it's like your angels come in all kind of shapes and sizes just for you to realize and be like, wait, that's what they was telling me. Oh, that's what they was telling me. For us to realize that, there's help, and we just got to accept it. We got to just accept that. And I know it's hard to accept because I was like, when I went on, when Herbs Cream was telling me about my bladder, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. But I know it's like some people are like, I can't give up the chicken. I can't give up the ribs, or I can't even give up the seafood. I get it. I get it. But if it's going to change your life and change your body and get you back right, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it. And it's like I said, these labels, the labels is what's messing up so bad. These labels is what's really getting us to where it's like, you give me this word, and I'm so stuck on a word instead of, like I said, just dealing with the mindset, dealing with, okay, let me just squeeze me or get a juicer and juice me some lemons, juice some garlic, take some collard greens, and take my spinach and take some oranges, and just apples, grapes, whatever you have, whole food, juice it and drink it. Oh my gosh, to make you feel better? Oh my goodness. I say that's so simple. It's so simple. Yeah, you be teased. That's why I was, telling, that's why I wanted to speak to my queens. Because look, think about it. If you control your household with your spouse, y'all talk, don't be yelling from the kids, but y'all go talk in the back in the bedroom, and y'all saying, well, if this is better, and you learned this, you learned that, let's just try it. And there's nothing more with trying. Y'all know the word in it, try. Just do. Just do. But anyway, y'all know we're going to just use the word try. Try for a week. Try for a month. And you be like, wait, this is working. And then you be like, oh, I feel better. It's going to stick. And then you get the family, you get the kids. Just like, when our kids have these eczema or these skin rashes, and you realize, oh, they just allergic to milk, and they just allergic to dairy and wheat, and they don't eat it, and they get better. Same thing with you. You know what I'm saying? Same thing if you got PCOS. It just all depends on what you have. Women, you already know what we need to do. It's just us having that, that discipline of doing it, really. That's all I can say, is that discipline of doing it. So it's just like, it's what you put in your house, what you bring in. And I'm not saying, I know I sat there and talked about makeup and perfume and all those different things. You just got to change it. Be the one that come out here with the perfume and makeup with no preservatives, because you can do it. A lot of us look so beautiful natural. Same thing with your hair. Is your beautiful natural? Well, I can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because it's your health. Your health is calling. Your health is calling. I mean, if they're already putting stuff in our foods to trick our liver to make us keep eating, all right, I'm just saying. Just make you think of all the other things you're bringing in your house that's, making you sick. So if y'all don't have any questions, I am gonna get off, because you said put in the chat. I can't put it in the chat. I can't put it in the chat because it's a YouTube link, and I want you. I want you to email me so I can tell you some other stuff. Look, I already said a lot of stuff here, but you got to really want to do this. You got to really want to do this. And, you know, hey, my daughter's on. Hey, baby. I just saw her name. But, uh, yeah. But I mean, y'all don't have any questions because look, I don't talk for 54 minutes. Ask a question. What are you guys really suffering with? You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I can ask this question. If y'all really been listening to me and know what I'm about to say, far as are you hydrating? If you're hydrating, if you're going out there rebounding, if you're going out there, in the sun, taking your shoes off, if you know what I'm saying, laughing and meditating, sweating and, sleeping 8 hours without getting up, going to the bathroom, if you're doing all that, and you can still got issues, talk to me. It's like the only reason why I'm stuck on these, keep talking about these labels, is because, let me try to fix this. The only reason why I keep talking about these labels, because people, oh, we on a diet, oh, I'm a vegan, oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. No, forget that. Think about if you have arthritis, that those pains. Let's say if you got painful joints, and it goes away for you eating turmeric, and you stop, if you stop eating meats, and you're staying hydrated, you know what I'm saying, and it's working, right? And then you go back and eat meat and the pain come back. It's like you learned your lesson, right? I'm just saying, how can I put this? Because whew, I be trying to already be having things going quick, and I don't. I don't. But it's just that a lot of us, all you do is just take the chance. Like if you fast, a lot of us need to fast and don't fast. A lot of us need to uh okay, so a lot of people, like I said, need to fast and don't fast. A lot of people need to do a cleanse and don't do it. A lot of people never did a cleanse. I'm telling you, a lot of people, and it's like, here, I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just saying how PCOS, we're talking about your body, your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland is off. It's probably clogged, or it's being lazy because you're taking all this other estrogen and testosterone, and you're taking all these other chemicals. So your body said, okay, since I'm already taking this, I'm not going to work. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm telling you, that some of us not taking minerals, so it's off. So you're developing cysts on your ovaries. There, it's not going through your fallopian tube. It's not going out through your cycle. Your cycle's going to come whether it's not, but you're not going to shed that egg, so the cyst comes. So you want to know how to fix that? Yeah, you got to go. You got to go on your herbal diet, and you got to not even say diet. You got to go on the herbs, and you got to go in there and I mean clean. Use some stringent herbs and clean. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us do not eat nutrient dense foods, and talking about something that has substance, because we'll go out here and we eat a burger, fries, we can eat a bag of potato chips, we'll go eat some french fries loaded. We thinking because we put bacon bits and cheese, and we put a little bit of whatever, if you didn't eat the regular cow cheese, you had the feta, you think that that's going to be better and different. No, we talking about cutting out all animal, everything that has a preservatives, you need to get out. And we don't even think about that. And I'm talking about down to the bottled water, the breads, the grains. We're talking about just eating fruits, and I'm talking about mainly fruits, like maybe 70 to 80%. And it depends on if you have those other things that talk about the high. So if you have high blood pressure, you can eat all fruits. But if you got high blood pressure plus diabetes, that's a whole other animal family. That's a whole other, and PCOS, whole other. But still, you just get the herbs, and you got to eat raw. And she says, can I do the cleanse while? Well, look, family, look. So y'all know juicing is just you just taking liquids, right? So think about what juicing is. Think about what juicing is. Y'all can do, that's the perfect time to do a cleanse. The absolute perfect time, because all you're doing is hydrating. And juicing is the number one thing you should be drinking besides this water. Yeah, yeah, I know that, right? The main thing I want you to do is get you a juicer, and don't mix. Just do simple juices. Don't mix anything. You could put a little mint, put some little mint. That's fine. But when you go, and I'm talking about like if you got watermelon, you put a little mint in. It's fine. But don't go take watermelon, throw some raspberries and some bananas. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just take your watermelon and drink your watermelon. Take your grapes, eat your grapes and the seeds, eat those. But you gotta take some oranges, juice it. Don't go and try to take some apples, bananas, spinach, and don't do that. Don't do that. I want you to do something simple. Your body is simple. Your body just wants something simple, because we're talking about cleansing the body. When we talk about cleansing the body, some fruits you cannot eat. Hear me out, family. Some fruits you cannot eat. When I'm sitting here saying eat the rainbow, I'm talking about for the rest of your life when you go enjoy. But I'm just talking about when you're doing cleanses, don't try to mix stuff, and don't go to Jamba Juice, and don't go to nowhere. Get your juicer, juice in your house, and take care of your body in your house. You got the tomato, juice that tomato. If you got some, you know what I'm saying? If you got some raspberries, juice that, you know? It's all right to eat the cherries. It's okay, it's okay. But all I'm saying is, family, if you got a juicer, think about it. That's the best hydration. That's your hydration. That's you're hydrating. That's why I want you to stay hydrated, because your body's acidic and your body is on fire. And I need you to cool it down. I need you to put the fire out. I need you to put the fire out, because you don't really know how acidic you are. I can't say the more symptoms, them symptoms is your body. Because look, if we think about these symptoms, think about what these symptoms are. Your body's reacting to something you ate, right? Something you put on it. So that's a good, so your body's detox. Your body's just trying to spew everything out. You know what I'm saying? Your body's trying to just get rid of it. So get rid of it through your skin, because you're not pooping. So you're not pooping. So your skin's going to poop. You be like, ew, yeah, your skin's gonna poop. Just like when we put all this makeup on, this stuff, and this wrong lotion and all this stuff up on our arms. We wonder why we get balls. And same thing when we go down here and try to shave, and we putting all this spray and putting this cream and stuff on you. Wonder you get boils and stuff. That's your body saying, hey, look, things ain't coming out. So it ain't gonna come out this if you ain't pooping, and if you ain't perspiring, and if you're not, urinating, it's gonna come out some other kind of way. So basically, that's just what's going on. So when you're juicing, your body's hydrating. So I just want you to do simple juices. Like, if y'all go on my website right now, Verywise Alternatives, something's gonna pop up, and it's gonna show a free juicing recipe. That juicing recipe, y'all see, I got it real simple. Do that. Take your grapefruit. I'm telling you, it's good. But I don't want you. And look, I'm gonna say this again: a juicer and a blender is two separate things. Two separate. I don't want you having a pulp. That's why I don't want. That's the meat. That's the meat of the fruit. Think about it. When you juice, all you're doing is getting the liquid. When you blend, you getting everything. It's just blended. Ain't nothing separated. Y'all know how when you juice, y'all see the thing doodling? You be like, oh, it's all dry and coming out. And you got all that fresh juice. You open it, like, that's what I want you to have. That's what you want to have during your no, well, I I gotta get someone to come on there and tell me, and show y'all exactly what they did, with the PCOS, and when they did the cleanse. I want them to come, and it'll be soon. It'll be soon. It'll be soon. But I didn't do that cleanse, but I did some bitters, and I cleansed my skin. I mean, I cleansed my body for 3 days, and I ain't no shame in me going to another herbalist and buying some of their stuff, because look, some of these things, they be having some bomb stuff. I'd be like, oh, I wish I would have made that, and I'd be like, okay. But I support other herbalists and buy their stuff. Look, some especially stuff that I don't make. Look, ain't no shame. Yeah, look, ain't no shame, but you learn. You learn it from everybody. You gotta learn from everybody. But let me see. Let me see. I'm just trying to say. But yes, I think I can't even it just says 7. I don't know why my computer just got so small. I'm like, what in the world? But anyway, it's shrunk down. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but anyway, I was trying to do anybody got any other questions? Because I hope I answer your question about the cleanse. Yes, look, when we do a cleanse, it depends on what cleanse you're doing. It all depends on what cleanse you're doing. It all depends on if you're, what kind of detox or what's your situation. Everything's that you could do a cleanse. I mean, you could do a fast to where you just breathe in air. You could do a dry fast, you could do a juice fast, you could do a all fruit fast. You could do all different, not all fruit fast. Yeah, you can. You could do a whole bunch of different cleanses. It all depends on what who you with, what herbalist you with, what regimen they give you, because they'll give you a regimen. They'll tell you, what's necessary, because and pretty much you should do one once a year, no matter what. Once a year, you should do one, no matter what. And I would have did one way back when I was in my 20s. Think about it. Wish I did one when I was in my 20s. You should have one, because if you think about you having your cycles, come on, women. How many times you had your cycle, you saw it, clumps, and you saw it, things come out and you're like, oh, what's that? You get kind of worried and scared. Sometimes it's bright red, sometimes it's dark. Your cycle's different. You see your pad and we just be having these thoughts and not, we sometimes you're ashamed and too scared, to tell somebody, to speak to somebody. And that's why it's always good to have a good relationship with somebody where you can just, instead of telling a stranger, because I already know. I don't know whoever did this. Y'all know how y'all can tell a stranger something that you not tell your spouse or tell your sister or your mother, and you can tell a spouse or your business. You be like, well, dang, you better go tell your sister, you better tell your brother, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, yeah. But she says sorry. It says sorry, I'm late. What herbs? PC, what's the question? I'm trying to see what's the question. So for PCOS, it's a complex. We talking about a package. We talking about you need a package. We talking about a level 3 package. I'm just going to tell you like that. So some people know who I'm talking about. You need a level 3 package, and it's about $2,000. I'm not gonna lie. It's about $2,000. So it's a plethora of herbs. I'm gonna just be honest with you. But simple things you can do. You want to clean your blood. You already know burdock root, yellow dot. But you're gonna need more than that, because we're talking about your glands, getting your glands back right. I already want you to get off the meats, the pasta, the grains. Stop drinking bottled water. Stop drinking bottled water. People don't realize, but there's worse than just synthetics in there. It's worse than just synthetics in there. There's preservatives in there that you be like, it's preservatives in your water. You didn't process that, so you don't know what's in there. A lot of us don't know what we're drinking. We sit here and we look at this and we're like, okay, so this lotion says softens and heals, because we saw the commercial. We was hook, line, and sinker, and we says, oh, I gotta go get that. Just like that chicken sandwich. Just like that chicken sandwich, I forgot at what restaurant. Think about that chicken sandwich. How many preservatives? What kind of uh what kind of grease? We don't know what kind of grease, what kind of flour, what made it all crispy. We don't know what was the bread, what was the secret ingredients of the sauce, but everybody just went and got that chicken sandwich. And you'd be like, okay, they made it sound like crack, because it was like, boom, everybody. they show the lines wrapped around. You were like, damn, that's a good chicken sandwich. No, I didn't get it because I wasn't eating meat, but I was like, I wasn't getting that chicken sandwich. But I'm just saying, just makes you, make you be like, man, question and be like, what? But we don't know what's in it. That's the thing. You don't know what's in it. You don't know how it's going to affect your body. And a lot of us, if you got PCOS, it's going to affect your body in a bad way. It's not going to affect your body in a good way. Not at all. So we're talking about no preservatives. You can't even, we talking about even breads, simple breads. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I know she's talking about the herbs and stuff. You said, text me the link. Of course. Well, text me. You got to text me. So say, send it to me. I'll send it to you. So I get off, I'll send it to you. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, I appreciate you. You listen to my podcast. I appreciate. I'm starting to see the chat is starting to move now, so I'm starting to see it. But gratitude. I go in there and just be talking. I just be going there talking like I'm talking here. Ain't no scripts. And I know I need to have a script and an outline, but I'm just speaking from my heart. And that's why I say, yeah, ask questions because it's a lot of things we don't even know. Like I know, when I first became an herbalist, a lot of people was like, you should never have a cycle. You shouldn't have a cycle. You shouldn't have this. Now, so what I'm learning is, it all depends on what your body and for as how long you have your cycle. Because you'll have some spotting. Some people have like a regular flow, but it shouldn't be that heavy to where a lot of us are. A lot of us having these pains and cramps. A lot of us are missing zinc, magnesium, manganese. A lot of us have we're lacking a lot of, minerals. A lot of us are lacking minerals and be like, okay, wait, I took this, I take that. No, I don't know you. If you don't have a consultation and we don't really talk and discuss things and I send you someplace to get some stuff done, I can't tell you what you're actually doing because me just sitting here talking, and the thing is, a lot of people will say, I ain't gonna eat no meat. And then after you, and I'm gonna go be honest, we'll sit here and talk, do a consultation. And I'm not down nobody out because it's your business. Your business, your business. What you do is your business. If I say don't eat meat and you say, oh, I cheated, do you know you got to start all over? Literally, you got to start all over because it takes meat 2 to 3 months to get out your body. 2 to 3 months. I'm talking about every lick of meat out your body. And I knew, like, Viola, really? Yes. Y'all got to really research this. Research it. Just like you think you can go sneak a piece of chicken, that stops you. And you're not fooling me because I'm trying to show you what's going to correct your issue. But if you go and cheat and backslide, there's nothing wrong with that. But just know you got to take ownership of that if you really want to get better. And look, y'all grown. Everybody's grown. All I'm doing is give you the information. All I'm doing is giving you what's going to correct your issues and just teach you why you have it. You be like, why do I have it? Well, like I told you, it all depends on, your parents, and all depends on what you ate, and all depends on what you did. Because we all are responsible for what we did after we turned 18. I don't know how you are in your family when you was 13 or 14 and 15 growing up, you starting to learn things. And sometimes you can say, well, Ma, I want to go vegan, or not even vegan. I just don't want to eat any meat. I just don't want to eat certain things. And like I said, I'm speaking to the women, not saying that we rule the kitchen because some of us don't cook. We need to correct that because we all need to cook. Everybody needs to know how to cook, period. But we set the rules of the house. We sit down with our mate in our house because everybody is free will. You sit down with your mate in your house, you know what you're bringing in, what you don't bring in. But I am going to tell you, and I don't know if you listened to my podcast, was either Taya yesterday, I don't know, when I spoke about if you change, if you're married and you change and say, okay, I'm going to stop eating meat. you will clash. You will clash because you be on a different frequency. I'm telling you, your pathways open up. You change mentally, spiritually. You're on a higher plane. You guys are going to be like night and day. Y'all going to be trying to hit and miss, and you're going to be wondering, wait. I'm telling you, he gonna be here or he gonna be down there. You gonna be here, and y'all not gonna meet. You're just not. Some do. It'd be rare. It'd be like them. It'd be rare, but you know, you're gonna be on a different frequency. You're gonna, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So I just want to make sure I put that out there because a lot of people we don't really face it. When you say I'm going to get off meat for a little while, you do change. You do change. You do change. So let me see if you said you travel grateful for this. Oh, oh, you talking for the podcast? Yeah, on the pod. Even yesterday, live. I went live a couple of days ago, and I was like, I gotta be taking a break. So, what I did was I have product in the store now. So sometimes I'm at the store. Same words, but I'm at the store. So I'm gonna try this 7 days a week deal. So sometimes I may not be able. Like right now, y'all know I'm tired. I should be like in bed right about now. I should be in bed, but I'm on live because I went live last Saturday, but nobody was on. And I was like, no, it's y'all call it Memorial Day weekend. And I was like, well, let them enjoy their family and just get on Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. Say this week, look, you retire, you be like, what's today? Okay, so yeah. And I didn't want to go on tomorrow. Tomorrow I ain't tomorrow I'm probably going to bed real early. But anyway, I just want to come on and talk with it all depends on God. It's because it's like it all depends. You got to give me something to talk about, honestly. Because if I keep talking about poop and y'all don't want to hear about it, a lot of people ain't got a squatty potty. Be like, why you need a squatty potty? Everybody need a squatty potty. Everybody. Because if you look, my own grandbaby, like my daughter was laughing. She's like, look at Rain. My own grandbaby know how to squat and go to the bathroom. So why we not squatting? That's why I said you need a squatty potty. Yeah, squatty potty. It'll be like she keep talking about poop because it's important. It's important. A lot of us are not going. A lot of us. I'm gonna tell you, if you go and juice, like Goddess, if she want to admit it, like my daughter. I don't know if my daughter want to admit it. Quasia, if you on, can you go and put in the chat how many times you pooped when you was juicing for a week? How many times you pooped a day? I'm telling y'all, family, if you do a good cleanse, I don't know if she want to get in here. Let me see. Every time I type, I kind of make a crazy noise. But I don't know if she's in here. But I'm telling you, you juice, you're like, dang, I'm going again. Let me see if she's going here. Quasia, baby, you on? Okay. She may not be on. That's my daughter, Quasia. She's up there. But I don't know if y'all don't realize how important it is for you to poop. If you eating that, like look at the juicer. Next time y'all juice, you done put that pineapple or whatever. Like even I put 3 pieces of ginger in my juicer, and I love my juicer. Telling to my daughters, I love my juicer. I be juicing about every day. But if you put 3 pieces of ginger, nice pieces, watch you see all that poop come out. So if you eating, did she put it up there? Excellent. See, excellent. She said she pooped 3 times a day. That's another Goddess, and that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, I went 4 today. I went 4. Was I happy about it? I'm like, yeah. It's just the nature. Just the nature. That's your body doing what it needs to do. But I'm telling you, put that ginger in there and you see all that stuff come out and you see the juice. I'm telling you. Hey, George. She says an honor, man. All right. Welcome from Huntsville, Alabama. It's good to have a king on. I know it's a lot of queens up here, but if y'all got questions, put the questions in because I'm just answering it. But you, regardless, if you're eating 3 meals a day, you should poop three times. Because waking up in the morning, that's just for them. That's just for from, if you're eating that meat, that's from a couple of days ago. So, but if you go the next time, that means you're getting close. You're getting close to that 40 hour mark. Yeah, take because if you think about your stomach and you think about you know what we eat and how many times you're eating and the hours that you have, because if you notice, if you working and you got candy and chips, you're gonna sit there and pick and eat, and then you're gonna go and have a big lunch, and you're gonna go do this, you're gonna do that, and if you're not pooping, it's gonna come out your skin, it's gonna show, in your face, it's gonna show, regardless, it's gonna show, and we don't think about that. But if you stay hydrated, I'm gonna tell you, family, if y'all stay hydrated, do you know you're gonna eat less? I don't know if anybody can contest to that. I don't know if Heaven Plus Seven, if she is juicing like how she says, all babies, they know. That's right, they do. Babies do go running high, because my grandbaby did. She went around the other side of the couch and was squatting and quit and Rain, Deidre was like, look at Rain. So it was funny. They do go squatting high, but remember, if they're in the bathroom, you got the door closed, they minding their business and they taking care of their business. They taking care of their business. But anyway, family, anyway. But anybody got questions? I know I cut off some of the questions. I mean, I cut off what I was saying, but pooping is necessary. And that's why I'm always talking about it. I'm always talking about it. But if you eat a lot, you should poop a lot, period. If you eat a lot, you should poop a lot. And I'm telling you, people don't realize you can still have 25 years of stuff in your stomach that's in there calcified, that's hard. And you be like, stop lying. It all depends on your body. Like I said, a lot of us never did a parasite cleanse. Never. And if you ate a burger and ate some fries and ate out a lot of fast food, right? Even eating at home, you can get parasites. And like I said, because it's what you decide to eat and everything else like that. So anybody got any questions? I know I've been on for a little bit. I am tired, goddesses, and I know I need to get some sleep. But seriously, we're talking to my queens. What? You said the phone froze. Okay, it's fine. Y'all keep talking. Y'all keep talking. I don't mind. Like right now, because I don't know when next time I go live. It won't be till next week probably. And this is the first time I went twice in 1 week. So that's rare. That's rare. So she says, oh, that's George. But it's good. It's good to listen and learn. She said, learn. So it's good listening. And you always, and so I don't know if I'm reading it wrong, but the best thing to do is listen and learn, because that's what I did. I mean, I took courses. I read a lot. I'm always reading. I mean, I'm reading this book, Back to Eden, and the book is, I'm like, they knew that then. And this book was written in 1930s. I was like, see, I had an attitude. I was like, I had that on my face, like, they knew way back then. Way back then. I know I am gonna go get some rest. I am. But I just want to make sure y'all get this. Y'all get what PCOS, because there's a lot of goddesses that's suffering. They be thinking that it's something like their bodies, like this is like a foreign object, and they got like a disease or something, and it's not that. It's not that. It's your body just pushing it out, but it should just be, pushing out, going to fallopian tubes and come on out, but it don't. It just sticks there, and it doesn't need to do that. But it's good to change over. I don't know if that's what he's saying. George is saying that he says, I am trying to transition, which is good. I mean, I commend you. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different. I mean, it's like you learn something new just about every day, especially dealing with Like, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off. What I love about learning about different herbs and stuff and learning about different plants, because it's funny. You look at the root, the stem, it's like you can eat everything on that, but you shouldn't. Because all we should be doing is looking at the reproductive and what it reproduces. That's what we should be eating. We should be eating like when a seed sprout and then it turns into, like, if we look at a mango, or we look at a watermelon, you see how big it gets. That's what you should be eating. We shouldn't be eating you can do crush them seeds up, but I'd rather replant them seeds. But you shouldn't be eating the leaf or the stem or the root unless you're sick. Think about it, unless you're sick. But that watermelon, is enough to quench the body, give the body life, give the body energy. But that's what I was just saying. I was learning, so I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny just learning to it. My name about my podcast is Very Wise Alternatives. Very Wise Alternatives is the YouTube channel. Very Wise Alternatives is the podcast. Very Wise Alternatives is the website. Very Wise Alternatives is my IG. Only thing different is my YouTube. Only things different is the Facebook. The Facebook says they took Herbalist Viola. I got banned from that. I got banned from that. From that page. So it's Herbalist Viola Cole. I just added Colon Queen. So that's the page I'm active on now. So, but yes, but yes. So everything, if you go and just put in Very Wise Alternatives online, just go in there and have at it. You could just see everything. Yep. So, and I've been doing my podcast since 2020, and it started March, but I was consistent after November. November, I was going just about every day. And then I took a break, moving my mom and getting stuff straight. I took a break. So I was doing spotty, but I try to be consistent now between 6 and 8 in the morning. But now with, making products, I make products during that time. So I know I recorded my podcast today, but I was outside. I went back inside the store and just continue. So, but if y'all don't have any questions, look, this is the time to ask questions. Y'all don't want to ask questions, it's fine. Y'all know to hit me up at support at Very Wise Alternatives, email address. So if y'all email me, I answer those on the podcast. I really answer those on the podcast. But but goddesses, y'all look, I know I got some gentlemen here. I got some gentlemen. They were like, I don't want to talk about no PCOS. It's serious. It's serious, and it just takes a while. Like, all healing it's a journey. All healing is a journey. So whatever you have, just know it's going to be a journey. Just like, everybody get hung up. Like I was, and like, since we're at the end, when I was talking about sickle cell anemia, when I was talking about HIV, not, I wasn't talking about, but I was saying when I brought up sickle cell, learn about sickle cell, correcting sickle cell. When I learned about HIV, herpes, when I was like, dang. So you talking about, we get these parasites, and if we correct the blood, and you be like, wow, if you take care of if y'all don't realize how important your adrenal glands are, I'm just, them kidneys, I'm trying to tell you, y'all just don't know. And it's like, and when I say silent killer, believe me when I say that. It's a silent killer. And a lot of us, we just don't know. We just don't know. Our ears is like closed off, and we're being attacked. It's like attacked. And we got to just realize, we got to wake up and see, from these attacks. I'm just put it like that. I feel attacked because I was like, if I go to my provider, and if you're not gonna, give me the rights, how can I put it? The right treatment plan. I'm gonna feel like, I be feeling slighted some type of way. I already feel some slighted some type of way because, the way they did me, I'm gonna say was fucked up. Yeah, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Y'all don't know how y'all feel, but that's the way I feel. But all's forgiven. I'm alive and well. I'm fine, but that's how I feel. And every once in a while, I be like, man, the mother. That's the way I be feeling. I'm like, man, they knew. That's what I said to myself. But you said talk about gout. Okay, so let's talk about gout. Let's talk about gout. You eat meat. Talk to me. You eat meat. Heaven plus 7. You eat meat. So if you eat meat, you cause yourself to have gout. Plain and simple. Uric acid, our body, look, us, if you're my sister and we can have the same mother and father, meaning if you melanated like me, if we don't supposed to eat meat. That uric acid tears up. The uric acid has no place in our bodies. Uric acid from meats do not have no place in our body. Our body does not, and that protein crap, it's like bullshit flag on that protein crap saying where you get your protein, bullshit on that play, because uric acid and meat, chicken, fish, frog, bear, deer, snake, alligator, whatever you choose, rabbit, I'm gonna say Bambi, I'm gonna even say Simba, because now they talking about lion meat. Any of that you put in your body, you're going to get uric acid. Your body's going to be inflamed. And look, it takes a little while for that gout to build up because the inflammation goes in there. So as it's sitting in there, the uric acid crystallizes. Boom, you got gout. You got gout. And that's where we at with that. And that's why I'm saying if you hydrate, because your body, oof, and think about when that gout is crystallized. So if something's crystallized, it's in there hard, just like the plaque in our arteries, just like when our blood clumples together. Only thing is going to loosen it up. Either you're going to get something, like talking about that cayenne pepper that goes in there and just open things up, because y'all know y'all take that cayenne pepper, you're gonna be like choking, but it's gonna burn going down. It's gonna open everything up, and your body and everything is gonna start flowing because you're looking at stuff as a diuretic, like the turmeric and ginger. Those are they go in there and they open up the blood, loosen up, and get your circulation, so we got to think about that. We got to think about circulation. That's why I'm always saying hydration. That's why I'm always saying getting out into nature, going there and breathe, because a lot of us is not breathing, but the hydration. Okay, so the message is coming. She said, I listen. Yeah, but it's always good to listen. It's always good to get your perspective. That's what you're saying. She says, I'm listening to some brothers who are herbalists that just want to hear sisters' perspectives. Oh, I guess that's what you're saying you want to do. Yes, but I have to cut back some. Okay, I guess I'm missing because unless I'm missing something. She says I place. Okay, she says whatever someone had. So if you're saying you have too much calcium, just think about your. So think about you got too much calcium. Do you know that with your body, with your bones, like for your body to absorb? So with that too much calcium, you're missing another mineral. So I don't know whether if you're, and when you somebody you're missing calcium, did you have magnesium? You need magnesium. You need vitamin D. You could be missing K2, because we got to realize with K2, when I was speaking about with the minerals that absorb in your bodies, without magnesium, without magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D, without the K2, that calcium is just going to sit there and build up right there in your arteries. Just going to do that. It is. And that's why I be saying make sure you take your vitamins and minerals. Just don't get synthetic. I don't want you doing synthetic vitamins and minerals. I don't want you to do synthetic nothing. That's why it's good to take your supplements. That's why it's good to take and just make sure it's herbal supplements because it's herbs. Those herbs don't have no fillers, no binders, no, you know what I'm saying? we gotta really look at that. We gotta really look at what we're taking. That's why it's good to read it. Because if you're taking a a capsule and a capsule is not a veggie capsule or a vegan capsule, you're taking pork. You're taking, a pork capsule. And you're like, man, I ain't mean to do that. Sometimes you don't know. The casing, sometimes you just don't know. So you got to realize what you're taking. Yeah, cayenne pepper it feels real good going down. No, it's good. You said this person in my family was told to cut back on dairy. Yes. Dairy is even, come on, we talk about dairy. Y'all don't know me talking about the dairy. Y'all know me talking about the kids shouldn't be taking that cow milk. We shouldn't be taking cow milk, goat milk, roach milk. Y'all know there was somebody on the stupid side of the doing it. It was a man. He was sitting there having people taste the milk. And they even had roach shit. I was like, y'all need to stop with this BS. That's why I don't want to go try anything no more. But the best thing you should do is make your own milk. Get you some flax seeds, get you some chia seeds, and y'all can do with the oats, but I'd rather you do the coconut. If you can do the cashews, because even with PCOS, some nuts and seeds, we talk about PCOS, some nuts and seeds you cannot take. But we have to realize what inflammation does if you're related to me. And when I mean related, meaning, we're alike. No dairy of any kind. None. Zero. No cheese. None of that. No butters. If it's got dairy in it, none of that our body can process. That's why we get sickly. If you read my thing when I talk about sickless, we get sickly. Regardless, we get sickly. Because you think about why is the baby bodies being bind up from the inflamil, from the Similac. They be showing the commercials and the you see the X-ray and you see the baby's intestines all blocked, and it's in the colon and the intestines is blocked, and you see it and you like, oh, I know that baby's going through some pain. Yeah. And even some babies, have issues to where sometimes the breast milk is bad, is not good for them because of certain things with the mom. So there's other things that you got to do, but just think, when we taking that dairy, that's why we're getting bound up. That's why we're getting constipated. That's why we having all these issues and tearing it up. So if you're going in there and your intestines inflamed, your intestines inflamed, what you think your intestines going to do? Spew out anything that go inside your, in your blood. We talked about that. So want to make sure I got every question. I think I did. I juice as you told me one. See many ankles swell. Excellent. Congratulations. I'm glad. See? Because you're staying hydrated. So family. So if you find yourself, okay, so we're going to talk about heart issues. So if you have any heart issues, we talking about high blood pressure. So if you have heart issues, the worst thing you can do is drink a lot of water, because your body's going to swell up. So you're going to swallow your ankles. Stop drinking water. I know you're like, Viola, why you tell me stop drinking? Stop drinking water. That water is jacked up and all yeah. That's why I said juice. We want to just juice. We want to juice and keep it simple. Keep it simple. You want juice a lemon, juice a lemon. That'd be the best lemonade you had. I'm trying to tell you, keep it simple. I rather juice with my whole, because look, when I was eating blueberries, I had blueberry There was no side effects. There was no nothing. There was no preservatives. It was a blueberry. But if I go and get a Raisin Bran with some dried blueberries, is it preservatives in there? Is there, we have to look at what we actually put in our body, and we don't we it's like a question mark. I don't know. That's why I want you to know what you're, if you have these issues and gout and all these labels, because we got to realize what is gout, you know, what is gout? You just got some crystal, you just got some phlegm mucus in there that got hard, some inflammation that got hard, and it crystallized. So it's like, how we take what this is, how can I put this? When your pipes are clogged, your pipes are clogged. That's what's going on in your foot. If it's in your foot, if it's in, whatever joint. So that's exactly what's going on. Your pipes clogged, and we need to get something to loosen that up. And the only way you're going to loosen up, they're going to tell you to have surgery. They're going to quick tell you to have surgery. They're going in and chisel some of that out. Instead of you just going in there and doing what you got to do. I mean, if you can, you could soak your feet. I ain't telling you get in the tub, but you could soak your feet. But you got to hydrate. You got to go in there and hydrate. Just juice. Don't eat nothing. Don't eat. Put your digestive system on vacation and don't eat. Just hydrate. So, but yeah. All right, family. I don't ram them out. I know I said I was going to say something. I don't know. I'm getting tired. My brain is like, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I've been up since about 4. I need to camel behind the bed. But you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. I hope I answered all your questions. I seriously hope I answered all your questions, because y'all can go back and play it again. You can go back and play the other live. I have a whole lot of lives. I know it doesn't show up that on my YouTube page. You have to actually click the live button, because people are like, why are you not doing recording videos? Because I'm going live more, and it's so easy just to go live, and I ain't gotta edit. But anyway, you got to click the live to see all my other lives. I think this is like maybe my 40th live. I don't know. I didn't keep count of them. I mean, it could be 100. I don't know. But I like going live, and I'm going to go, family. So, and this was your chance to shoot and ask a question. But you guys, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I'll see y'all next time. Okay. All right. Peace, family.